All right, we move further. In an unprecedented tragedy, at least 3 aspirants have lost their lives after a coaching center located in India's capital, New Delhi, was flooded due to heavy rain. Delhi Fire Department received a rescue call around 7 p.m. on Saturday about the trapping of 3 students due to flooding in the basement. The security personnel started pumping out water from the basement at 8:30 p.m. local time, but water was flowing till hours later. The police reported that the basement, which hosted a library, got submerged, and as a result, about 35 students were trapped. The initial rescue was carried out with ropes, which was later taken over by a National Disaster Relief Fund team. The fire department also deployed water pumps to remove water from the basement. By midnight, the rescue teams had recovered the bodies of 2 female and 1 male student. The coaching center in question trained students for Indian Administrative Services examinations. New Delhi's Revenue Minister Atishi Marlena has directed the Chief Secretary to initiate an inquiry and furnish an incident report within 24 hours. Mayor Shelley Oberoi has a strict action from the MCD Commissioner against such coaching centers across Delhi, which are under the jurisdiction of MCD and running commercial activities in basements. She said that an immediate inquiry is being conducted to identify if any officers of the MCD are responsible for this tragedy. Several students are now protesting and criticizing the negligence from the institute and MCD. A similar incident had taken place a year ago when another coaching institute had caught fire in the national capital. The incident has again raised questions about the safety and security of students enrolled in Delhi's cram schools. WION's correspondent Dharamjot Kaur had earlier sent us this report from ground. Take a look.
We're outside one of the biggest and fairly well-known study centers where a tragedy unfolded on Saturday night. 3 students whose bodies have been found after lots of water gushed into the basement of this coaching center behind me. Now, hours after the entire tragedy took place, investigations are currently ongoing. The State Minister Atishi has demanded a probe to be conducted within 24 hours of the incident taking place. Authorities are saying that they have arrested 2 people in relation to the incident so far, and also a lot of forensic tests, forensic evidence is being collected at the moment. To give you an idea of what really transpired since last evening, at around 7 p.m. there was a distress call that was received by authorities about 12 to 15 students who had been stuck in this very basement of the coaching center. Unfortunately, because of rain and other logistical issues and traffic, the local authorities took time to reach the place, but the damage, it seems, had already been done. 3 students have lost their lives. But students who are protesting here since late last night are saying that more bodies remain unaccounted for. There are more who have met this tragic fate. Now, it remains unclear at the moment if the students who've lost their lives lost it due to drowning or electrocution. Those are things that we still don't have clear details about. What's also interesting is that it's been over 12 to 15 hours since the unfortunate incident took place, but the key employers, the authorities of the Rao Institute are still not present here at this site, because of which authorities are saying that they're not being able to get access to the CCTV footage, which will give a lot of clarity in terms of the numbers and in terms of what really happened. Eyewitness accounts are saying that a lot of water gushed in after a drain pipe burst over here when a lot of rainfall took place last evening. So a lot of details still remain murky, a lot of demands being raised by students who study in this particular coaching center and all the other centers that are here in old Rajender Nagar. Now, to let our viewers know, this is one of the key premier locations where there are a slew of coaching centers that train students for one of the biggest competitive exams that is held in India. And this incident, of course, has brought back the spotlight on the entire blame game that is now taking place on the political front. The Bharatiya Janata Party slamming the Aam Aadmi Party for not taking adequate action in terms of waterlogging and other issues that prevail every monsoon. But on the other hand, authorities are stating that this is a very unprecedented incident, which doesn't really happen on a daily basis, and it wasn't basic waterlogging that caused this entire tragedy to unfold the way it did. But as we know, it's still very early hours. The investigation is still ongoing, and the environment is very tense over here for the authorities and for the students as well, who are preparing for the mains, the second round of this competitive exam that will be held in September later this year. With video journalist Neeraj, this is Dharmjot Kaur for WION World is One.